All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The first heat, the 10-minute heat. Tyler Merritt and Indy Kirchenbauer on the front row. Kirk Marble and Edmund Jones have the second row. Patrick Pieper, Steven Johnson on the third row. Eric W. and Pudge on the fourth. Chad Johnson and Jaden Dahlberg round out the top 10. Tyler Ott starting in 11th next to Justin Swafford in 12th. Richard Cragen in 13th. Nicholas Johnson 14th. William Mann Jr. in 15th. Jade Brouillette 16th. Brian Hewitt in 17th. Corey Bowdenot starting in 18th. Ryan McDaniel. Oh, green flag is in the air. Standing start for the Roval at Iowa. Be interesting to watch Jacob Morgan, who did not get a chance to turn a single lap. Can he make it through the field? There's problems in the infield already. A lot of smoke, and Jacob Morgan has had a problem, as has Corey Bowdenot. Richie Joplin did not make the grid. Tyler Merritt leads lap 1 at the Iowa Roval. And let's see if we can get a look at some of the lap 1. Some of the lap 1 incidents. Coming through the infield, Corey Bowdenot. Oh, him and Jacob get together. Everybody's slowing down into that infield. Oh, big checkup. They get rolling again. And wow, just a chain reaction sends both drivers around. Merritt, despite using a controller, has already opened up a 2-second lead. That is impressive. Indy Kirchenbauer currently in second. Kirk Marble in third. Hey, good evening, Doug. Excuse me. It's been one of those days. Good evening, David. Kirk Marble now in third. Edmund Jones in fourth. Pieper in fifth. Chad Johnson up to sixth. Steven Johnson in seventh. Nicholas Johnson in eighth. Richard Cragen in ninth. Jaden Dahlberg currently runs in 10th. Ryan McDaniel has had a problem back behind. There's Ryan coming through 1 and 2. And a lot of drivers mentioned the car a bit of a handful out of turn 2. Ryan just showed us how much. Kirk Marble still is just taken second from Indy Kirchenbauer. Indy still right on the inches from the bumper. Indy gets a big run. Indy back to second. Kirk back to third. Looked like Kirk may have had a slowdown in the infield. Now remember, at the end of the 10 minutes, they will go straight into a 20-minute race. They just changed up the format to give the drivers and the fans more exciting racing to watch. As Ryan McDaniel has had a problem, so has Swafford. Ryan still heavily damaged from that incident out of turn 2. Just no grip in the car. It's all over the place. Justin Swafford coming down the back straightaway into the infield. And loose, slides it out of the track, but recovers quickly. And Jacob Morgan had a problem a moment ago as well. Same spot, Morgan just goes around. Meanwhile, Merritt continues to open up his lead over Indy Kirchenbauer. Aaron Brill, Jacob Morgan, and Eric W. all having problems. There's Brill headed off into the infield in the 70. Likely gonna see it the same thing we have been seeing the last couple of laps. Maybe about to see the same thing from Jacob Morgan. Full send into the infield, trying to carry speed, and just goes wide. And Eric back behind does the same thing. Bob Ross really got a scare on this one because Eric sent it further than anybody. Wow. Indy Kirchenbauer in second is pulled away from Kirk Marble, but is now almost 5 seconds behind Tyler Merritt. Tyler Merritt does not appear to be hindered by using a controller at all. Kirk Marble in third, Edmund in fourth, Chad Johnson in fifth. Nathan Johnson up 8 spots into Soho. Steven Johnson, Nathan Johnson, a little contact there. Richard Cragen lurking not far behind with Tyler on, and Pudge holds on to the top 10. Pudge struggled last week in New Hampshire. Had high hopes for tonight, and it looks like it's paying off. Biggest mover, though, so far, Kenny Storkson up 11 spots into 12th place. Tyler Merritt comes across the line. We'll likely see the white flag next time. sends it deep into the infield. Indy has his hands full. Kirk pulling right back up to him. Plus they have to deal with the lap traffic ahead. Kirk has a run on the high. Oh, Kirk goes wide. Ryan spins right in front of him. Both drivers managed to save it. Indy still holding on to second as the white flag flies one more time around. Now they will advance in their finishing positions. No change for Tyler Merritt, Indy Kirchenbauer, Kirk Marble, Edmund Jones, but a lot of drivers back behind, making up a lot of ground as here he comes. Tyler Merritt pulls off the win in the heat. Indy Kirchenbauer comes home with, whoa, that got close, but Indy holds on to second, Kirk Marble in third. Hey, good evening, Chuck. Now they will go into the 20-minute feature event. That will be the points-paying event. And I'm quite sure it's going to be full of excitement. And folks, my apologies, my voice is a little bit off. It is getting better. I hope to be back to normal by GT3 NSS Sunday morning. All right, here we go. Tyler Merritt, Indy Kirchenbauer on the front row. Kirk Marble, Edmund Jones on the second. Chad Johnson, Tyler Ott on the third. Nicholas Johnson, Steven Johnson on the fourth. Richard Cragen and Pudge round out your top 10. Jade Bruley, Kenny Storks in 11th and 12th. Pieper in 13th. Jaden Dahlberg in 14th. Justin Swafford in 15th. Corey Boudinot in 16th. William Mann Jr. 17th. Brian Hewitt 18th. Aaron Brill 19th. And Eric W. in 20th. Jacob Morgan, Ryan McDaniel, Richie Joplin rounded out, green flag in the air. Hard to get through the field on a standing start. Edmund Jones did not grid for the second race. Don't forget, folks, after this race, we are not done. They'll finish up on the Roval, pull the cones off the back straightaway, and take to the oval here at Iowa. Jacob Morgan, Justin Swafford, William Mann Jr., all having problems on lap one. Tyler Merritt leads lap one. Indy trying to keep him in striking distance. Let's see what happened on lap one. Jacob Morgan right beside Aaron Brill into the infield. Oh, big checkup. He stomps on the brakes, goes around. Looked like William Mann Jr. went wide in that turn. See if Swafford had the same incident. Swafford has to come to a complete stop to get by. Jim Man Jr., that car already banged up. That's never a good sign. Comes through the turn and sees everybody stacked up. Just takes it extremely wide to avoid it. Eric W., Brian Hewitt, and Patrick Pieper have also had problems. And it looks like many of them happening in that same spot. There's Eric checking up on the brakes, back in, steps out. And I think Brian Hewitt may have gotten caught up in that. Hewitt just behind, has to come to a stop, as does Patrick Pieper. Tyler Merritt continues to lead, but this time Kirk Marble in second, Indy in third, still keeping him within about a second. Kirk trying to close right up to his bumper. Nicholas Johnson now in fourth, Tyler Ott in fifth, Steven Johnson in sixth, Chad Johnson in seventh. Kenny Storkson now up into eighth. Pudge moving up. He is up to ninth. And Corey Bowdnott in 10th. Justin Swafford has been making moves since the drop of the green. Now up 4 spots into 11th. Patrick Pieper in 12th. Hey, good evening, Richie. Will we see you on the oval? Tyler Ott has had a problem. He is off in the grass. There's Ott coming into the infield. Gets on the power and the back end just goes around. And with the oncoming traffic, he chooses to turn it around in the grass. Jacob Morgan and Brian Hewitt have had an incident. Oh, Jacob wide into the grass. Just spent that whole turn getting loose, but finally recovers it. Brian Hewitt coming through toward the exit, back out to the oval. And, oh, it just break. No, that was a turn to pit road. Tyler Merritt still holds the lead, but Kirk and Indy not letting him get far. Meanwhile, Pudge starting to make his way up through the field. Another car on the move, Ryan McDaniel. A rough first heat, but he has made his way up 8 spots into 14th. Aaron Brill all over his back bumper. Jaden Dolberg has had a problem. One of the new drivers in the league, Jaden Dolberg, on the brakes, back in, stepping out, and just over, and two of the Johnsons right there, including Chad. Dolberg ended up towing it to pit road. Have a good night, Richie. See you soon, buddy. See you tomorrow night. If you missed out on seeing Richie tonight, everybody misses Richie. You can tune in tomorrow night at 7 Eastern for Home Motorsports. Merritt starting to open up a lead again. Now 2 seconds over Kirk and Indy. Nick Johnson back and forth. Steven Johnson in 5th. Corey Bowdenot up 10 spots now into 6th. Week after week this season, Corey has just been sneaking his way through the field on the Roval. Eric is around. Richie, you're letting me down, buddy. Let's take a look at Eric's spin in the infield. Eric has been getting faster and faster, but at least once a week he gives Bob Ross car sickness. I have noticed that section of track appears to have zero grip. He quickly recovers, gets it going, and Aaron Brill has had a problem. Aaron headed back out for the oval. No, Aaron may have been headed for pit road and missed entry. Halfway through the second part of this Roval, and Tyler Merritt continues to dominate. But now is the part where he has to be extremely careful as a ton of lap traffic lies ahead. Indy Kirchenbauer has taken second place. Kirk Marble has dropped all the way to 7th. It looked like Kirk may have had a problem getting out onto the oval. No, Kirk went down pit road unexpectedly. Fuel stops are underway. With the new format, I forgot, they do have to make a fuel stop here tonight. So seeing cars that have been headed to pit road, those are legitimate fuel stops. The drivers cannot go the distance, and Tyler Merritt gives up the lead. Indy Kirchenbauer's coming in. So it looks like Tyler Ott having a problem back behind. Brian McDaniel, Brian Hewitt, Tyler Ott have all had problems. And there's Ryan coming out onto the banking, but man, you hit that wrong, and it just sends the car around. Brian Hewitt coming through the infield. We saw how loose this section was getting earlier, and there is another sign. Grip is going away. And Tyler Ott pudged right on his bumper as they head into the infield. Oh, he shot it a little deep. Just barely clips the grass, but it loosens him up enough to send him around. Hey, good evening, Tina. How are you? Tyler Merritt completed his pit stop, has reclaimed the lead. Jade Bruliet currently scored. Now Kirk Marble has second. Indy Kirchenbauer got a penalty on pit road. He has drifted back to 14th. The points leader in trouble. Indy has had such a dominant season on the Rovals, but man, that is a setback. Indy drifting through 1 and 2. He is actually just barely a lap down. The leader, Tyler Merritt, just ahead of him. Kirk Marble in second is now 11 seconds back. And looks like a few drivers had problems speeding on pit road here tonight, including Jade Bruliet. Don't forget, folks, if you've missed a single race this season, you can find them all on our YouTube channel, along with a lot of great shorts and all of our past races. And I can promise you a ton of great YouTube shorts coming out over the next few days. We have already got them scheduled out to Saturday night. Merritt's got one heck of a lead over Kirk Marble. Chad Johnson in third. Corey Bowdenot now up to fourth. Steven Johnson in fifth. And at the moment, the biggest mover of the night is Corey Bowdenot, up 12 spots into fourth. Next biggest mover, though, Ryan McDaniel, up 9 spots into 13th. And let's take a lap around this Roval. I have not got to see it from in Carson. We'll see it together across the start-finish line. Heading down into the oval 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, almost to turn 3. Dive it in, that bump. A lot of drivers were having to figure out how to adjust because that bump unsettles the car. You see the car squirrely. Indy Kirchenbauer slips by, puts him back on the lead lap as they navigate through this right-hander where we've seen a lot of cars struggle. Onto that left-hander, back out onto the oval. That hard bump that has sent a few cars around and across the start-finish line. Merritt did that lap in 50.24 seconds. Kirk Marble still holds on to second, but 11 1/4 seconds back from our leader. Indy has put himself back on the lead lap in 12th as Richard Cragen has had a problem. Cragen has had a consistent night, working his way forward quietly. We talked about this bump. You hit it wrong, it sends the car around. That is exactly what happened to Cragen right in front of the leaders. Tyler Merritt comes through the final turn. White flag is in the air. Tyler Merritt through the infield one more time, stacked up in lap traffic. Navigates his way through it quickly as he follows the points leader, Indy Kirchenbauer, around. And Merritt heads back out onto the oval using the controller. Tyler Merritt will get the win at the Iowa Oval. Kirk Marble coming home in second. And Chad Johnson working his way around for a third place finish at the Iowa Roval. And don't forget, folks, right after interviews, we will get out. The cars will take to the oval to do battle again. And looking at our top three, I do not see Chad Johnson. So we'll get second place, Kirk Marble. Kirk, I have to ask the obvious question. You had one heck of a run. You come home in second. How heartbreaking is it to get beat by a kid on a controller?
Honestly, I have no words for that, Doug.
I wouldn't either. He's probably like 13 too, knowing our luck.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make me feel so bad. It's been summertime. Got a lot of time to play.
Oh, that is true. No responsibility, so he gets out here and sends it. But man, that was an awesome race, and you guys had to come through a lot of lap traffic, and things got chaotic a time or two.
Yeah, I say if it wasn't the lap traffic, I was worried about was cutting the course and getting a time penalty.
Well, you managed to make it all work, and you come home in second. Great job, buddy.
Thanks, Doug.
And we do have our winner, Tyler Merritt. Tyler, congratulations. Your first C12 Motorsports race. You just go out there and dominate, plus you do it on a controller.
Oh, I'm surprised you remember that.
I was reminded
told you
of
that?
it earlier, and then I was like, ah, crap, yeah, that's that kid.
Yep. This is just my second race. I actually got wrecked out of the first one, and I think I finished right outside the top 10 because I almost blew my motor. It was a lot of fun. I did not think the no tire strategy was going to work, but I've never raced these cars in a league that lets you take tires, so I wasn't sure how long the pit stop would take if I took tires for the fuel. So I put like an extra gallon of fuel in just to make sure, and then I was just trying to make sure I didn't get accidentally killed by Kirkenbar, how pronounces his name, in case he locked up or something by me. I had to let him go.
Well, man,
And
you had a few
I
close
just,
calls.
yeah, I decided just to let myself just take it easy because this is probably I'd say it's the road course I know the best because I used to race the 34 Legends and the ARCA cars on this track all the time a year or two ago. And I haven't touched it in a couple months, but it was nice to get a win on this track for the first time in a while.
Well, for the rest of us, please don't go out there and dominate on the oval too.
I'm not going to. I'm imagining it's going to be pack racing. I don't like pack racing, so.
Well, congratulations, buddy. Good to see you back in victory lane, and good luck on the oval.
All right, thank you.
Tyler Merritt takes them to school. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to be back in just a few moments on the oval here at Iowa. And my apologies, folks. I meant to put some music on the intermission screen after last week. I forgot. So, yeah, my bad. But we'll be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, since we forgot to add the music, we'll get into practice a little bit early. We'll let you guys watch for just a couple of minutes. And we'll be back talking to you in less than 5 minutes. Stick around, everybody. Alrighty, folks, we are back. Practice underway. Just about 10.5 minutes left to go in the practice session. Just enough time for everybody to run to the snack bar, get some food, get some drink. While you're standing in line, make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe. Most importantly, hit that share button and invite your friends and family out. From the looks of practice, this thing is gonna get exciting. And Patrick Pieper is driving a Volvo, ladies and gentlemen. Had to be the odd man out, didn't he? That's kind of funny. It is the Johnsons atop the leaderboard. Stephen Johnson followed by Nicholas Johnson. Jacob Morgan, though, currently third fastest. Eric W. and Bob Ross fourth. And Richard Cragen currently fifth fastest. As Pieper in the Volvo just topped the leaderboard. It's gonna be some close racing. If you were here for last week's race at New Hampshire, you know how close and exciting that race was. This is liable to be a lot closer and likely a lot more sketchy. Jacob Morgan apparently a moment ago had a tire stuck in his hood, but Pieper has a trash can full of water now stuck in his. Tyler Merritt coming out on track. Remember, keep an eye on this kid driving with the controller. Edmund Jones also back in the field. And I have broadcast street stock races here before, and I can tell you that that 3 wide we just saw is not only common, it's fairly mild. These street stocks can go 4 and even 5 wide through the turns here. So it is definitely gonna get exciting out here. And as he's coming to pit road, we have not spoke to this driver in likely close to a year. So let's see if we can get a word with William Mann Jr. Hey, William, it's Doug. You got me?
I know that voice. Of course I got you.
I would hope you would, man. It has been a while since we got to talk, and you're looking a little bit fast out there tonight, but not as fast as what we're used to.
Yeah, I'm trying to get used to these street stocks again. I haven't been racing them very much lately, since the days of my small attempt at XCal.
Well, it's great to see you back out in one of these. How are you feeling about it? And hopefully we're going to see you the rest of this season.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to finish the season off. It feels alright. I'm finding speed here and there. It's just, Iowa, Roval and Oval is always a weird place to be. So trying to find something out of nothing. We're just throwing stuff in holes, seeing what works.
Well, man, good luck. It is always awesome to see the Man Slammer back on track.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, big guy.
William Mann Jr. back on track. Always awesome to see my buddy out there. Jaden Dahlberg, another one. Yeah, look at this. This is what we're going to see for the entire race, folks. And these cars do pick up quite a bit of draft here. There will be slingshot moves throughout this one. Tyler Merritt in that group having no problems whatsoever using a control. Holy cow. Well, that got a little bit spicy. Pujanowski also out there currently 6th fastest. Pudge has that car planted and is going. As always, if you have a favorite driver in the field, don't forget to drop into the comments. Let us know who you're cheering for here tonight. Ryan McDaniel continuing his streak. He's been changing paint jobs between each race for the last few weeks. A new paint scheme for the 77 on the oval. Andy Kirchenbauer currently the 5th fastest. Also the points leader over Patrick Pieper. See if we can get a word with Patrick here. Hey Patrick, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, how you doing, Doug?
Hey, I'm doing good. First off, you're driving a Volvo.
I am very aware of driving a Volvo. I'm driving a 1970 or 1980 262C, but I'm calling it a 282C because it's got a V8 under the hood instead of a 6-cylinder.
You know, I know why you're driving that because you've raced those in the past, but when I noticed it was a Volvo, I found it hilarious.
Well, yeah, no, you know, it's funny. If you actually look at a picture of one of the Bertone models, they kind of look like a little scaled-down Monte Carlo, so I thought it was a perfect fit.
Definitely looks good out there. We'll see how it can do. Your oval season has been pretty good, but you got that kid to get past.
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit tough trying to get... Well, I'm not actually sure if Indy's going to be the one racing the oval tonight. I think it's actually going to be Clay.
Ooh, that could throw things for a loop here tonight.
Yeah, no, there's still also a lot of other competition. Chad, Steven, and Nicholas Johnson are all really fast in these things on ovals. There's a lot of other fast guys, so I'm just going to hang in there and see how it goes, and hopefully I can sneak a few points in and get the points lead back from Team Kirchenbauer.
I have to ask the obvious question. We saw the controller kid win on the Roval. How are you going to feel if you get beat by a controller?
I mean, some people can do it, so well, I mean, I'll take it if I get beat by somebody doing that. It still blows my mind that he's able to go that fast, especially on a road course with that thing. Because I mean, I wasn't able to run with them at all in the road course races because in the heat race I got in a little bit of a mix-up with the Johnson brothers and their dad. I had a good battle going with them, but yeah, he was like I don't know, like more than a half second or 3/4 second ahead of me in qualifying, and I couldn't believe it. So I don't feel bad. Props to him for being able to do that. I could never do that.
You or me, unless it's Forza and I have a rewind button available.
Yep.
Well, good luck, buddy. It's awesome to see that car, and good luck to you, man.
All right, thanks, Doug.
Well, Patrick Pieper. Jacob Morgan open for the wheel spin to win him some money here tonight. I'd be cheering Morgan a little bit more, but he hasn't provided me with what I really, really want. looks like Ryan was down on the infield out of 4. I've seen a few cars. This track is notorious on cold tires get loose out of turn 4, and it does not matter what vehicle you're in. Something about the exit to turn 4, regardless of time of day, temperature, on cold tires, you're going to get loose. Will that play a factor here tonight? And Jaden Dahlberg just made the fastest lap. Oh, Pudge just got hit by Bob Ross. All right, on to qualifying here at Iowa. Brian Hewitt getting ready to roll out. Pieper in the Volvo headed out on track. Kirk Marble beginning his roll. Eric W. and Bob Ross on the way out. Jay Bruliet getting ready to come out. Corey Bowdenot getting ready to roll out, as well as Kenny Storkson. Pudge out on track. Brian Hewitt is out. Steven Johnson out for his qualifying run. Richard Cragen out. Edmund Jones is back. Will he be able to do the whole race? Ryan McDaniel had a great race on the Roval. Can he make up even more ground on the oval? And Clay Kirchenbauer is in the car for Team Kirchenbauer here tonight. Richard Cragen on his qualifying run, as well as William Mann Jr. Justin Swafford out on his qualifying run. Tyler Ott now out on track, as well as Chad Johnson. Worth noting, folks, that all 3 Johnsons in the field are related. Kirk Marble currently tops the leaderboard in qualifying. Tyler Merritt on the controller qualifies in 5th. Corey Boundnot currently has 2nd. Jacob Morgan, Nathan Johnson, and Aaron Brill have not been out yet to qualify. Everybody else wrapping up their laps as Swofsky comes across to complete his run. Swofsky practicing a celebration. As always, if you have a favorite driver in the field, don't forget to drop in the comments. Let us know who you are cheering for here tonight. Don't forget to hit that like, follow, subscribe. Most importantly, hit that share button. And don't forget to check out our new merch shop. We've got a bunch of new items in the shop and more to come, including several shirts, one of which is a Unicorn Trucking shirt. Aaron Brill now rolls out for his qualifying run. I think Swafford has taken a play out of Blakey Pooh's playbook. He is out here just driving around, wrecking the car, and having a little bit of fun. Kenny Storkson telling everybody good luck. We know he is just here for the beer. We did advise William Mann Jr. to hide his cooler. Kenny might try and steal some. All right, the driver's last chance to find some speed here in warm-up. And drivers rolling out for that last few minutes, that last opportunity to find that 10th of a second. Oh, thank you, Austin. Austin Ruskoff providing the info here. Chad Johnson is the dad. Stephen and Nicholas Johnson are his sons. Whoa, Pudge way loose out of 4 on cold tires. Oh, Nicholas Johnson on the high side. Chad Johnson in the 111. Everybody, a lot of drivers out here trying to find some extra speed. We know William Mann Jr. is trying to find some. He is a little bit rusty in the street stocks. Stephen Johnson now out on track as well. Trying to keep an eye on the drivers just coming out of pit road so we can see just how loose some of these cars are coming out of turn 4. Iowa turn 4 and cold tires are a lethal combo. Yeah, and there you see Cragen. He holds on to it but has a bit of a bobble. Well, Austin, we wish you were here too, buddy, but hey, if you've got a Facebook page for your real racing, shoot it to me in Discord later. See about getting you some new fans. Corey Bowdenock, currently the fastest, followed by Chad Johnson, Kirk Marble, Jaden Dahlberg, and Justin Swafford. You know, it does seem like a lot of the newest members of C12 Motorsports are also the fastest. The rookies have all come to play. Just under a minute left to go in warm-up. Then we are going racing at Iowa. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 7 Eastern, Home Motorsports, immediately followed at 8 Eastern by the Community Convoy. The convoy will be live immediately after the race, but the Unicorn does get it started at 8 Eastern. Sunday morning, GT3 NSS is back at 11 Eastern. At 7:30 Eastern, BRR Cup Series immediately followed by the SMR Gen 4 Cup Series. And a lot more great racing to come over the next week or two.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go from Iowa. Kirk Marble and Corey Boundnot on the front row. Clay Kirchenbauer and Richard Cragen on the second row. Patrick Pieper and Tyler Merritt on the third row. Pudge and Steven Johnson on the fourth. Justin Swafford and Jaden Dahlberg round out your top 10. Edmund Jones in 11th. Kenny Storkson starting in 12th. William Mann Jr. in 13th. Brian Hewitt in 14th. Chad Johnson in 15th. Ryan McDaniel starting in 16th. Eric W. in 17th. Jade Bruliet starts 18th. Aaron Brill and Tyler Ott round out the top 20. Jacob Morgan in 21st and Nicholas Johnson in 22nd round out the field. Now, since we do have a lot of real-world drivers out here, we're going to put up another post tomorrow morning for all you guys to share your links so that we can all keep track of how everybody's doing and support each other. Jaden Dahlberg has a racing page as well as Indy Kirchenbauer, but I know there's a lot more of you out there. Team Kirchenbauer leads the points coming into tonight. Will Clay being in the car impact that? Oh, Kenny Storkson has a page as well. We may try and get that post up tonight. Hayes' car is in. Here we go from Iowa. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away at Iowa. Already the Volvo looks low into one. Pieper goes 3 wide through 1 and 2. They're fanning out of 2. Look like Boundnot. Will we have problems out of 4? Looks like everybody makes it through. Kirk Marble still holds the lead, but they are trying to get 4 wide. Tyler Merritt way up top. Still just 3 wide through 3 and 4. Kirk Marble now has Corey Boudnot on the bottom. Richard Cragen stuck in the middle of that 3 wide situation. They're 3 wide mid-pack. Pujanowski just set the fastest lap so far back in 8th. Whoa, that lead 3-car battle ends up with some wool. Look like Clay may have gotten a kiss from the safer barrier. Boudnot slipping back as Marble goes to the lead. Jaden Dahlberg also on the move. Dahlberg already up 5 spots into 5th. William Mann Jr. has now broke into the top 10, up 3 spots. Now we've got 2 3-wide battles. Yeah, what? Oh, big wreck out of turn 2. First caution of the night. Eric W. involved in that one. Chad Johnson also involved. There's Chad Johnson. Across the start-finish line, down into turn 1. Looks like contact with McDaniel. He tries to gather it up, comes up, and Eric is there. The contact sends both of them into the wall. Chad ends up towing to pit road. He had significant damage and missing a wheel. Ouch. Kirk Marble in the lead, Boudnot in 2nd, Tyler Merritt in 3rd, Pieper now in 4th, Jaden Dahlberg in 5th. Nicholas Johnson now up 7 spots into 15th. Jacob Morgan up 5 spots into 16th. And Tyler Merritt, the one driver using the controller, up 3 spots into 3rd. They are 3 wide on a pace lap. And folks, again, my apologies for my voice. It will be better for Home Motorsports tomorrow, and I can guarantee you by Sunday, it will be back to normal. But with this group, as we have seen every week, especially last week in New Hampshire, the racing speaks for itself. Lights are out on the pace car. They stack back up for the restart. This thing started out, they were 3 wide by the end of the first lap and stayed that way until the caution. I expect a lot more of the same here. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Kirk launches it to the front. Bowdnot up top trying to make a move. Mid-pack and out of turn 2. Everything okay so far. Still just 2 wide throughout the field, at least for the moment. Out 3 wide mid-pack as Jacob Morgan on the attack. Ryan McDaniel in 15th though, not giving an inch. And it looks like that middle line may be the place to be as McDaniel pulls ahead. Corey Bowdnot, Tyler Merritt battling for second. Jaden Dahlberg tries to get up the middle. Didn't have the momentum when the door was open. Richard Cragen battling with Pudge back behind. Deeper in the lone Volvo, trying to fight his way forward. Whoa! Dahlberg was way low through 1 and 2. Gets a bump from Pieper on a 2, holds on to it. Kirk Marble still out front. And you know he wants to see all these guys bumping and banging behind, letting him have a chance to get away as Pieper goes really low into 1. Down the back straightaway, Pudge on the bottom behind Pieper. They're 3 wide into 3 and 4. Cragen up top, Clay in the middle. William Mann Jr. now up to 9th, starting to make his way through the field. Steven Johnson had a problem a moment ago. Oh, Morgan was way loose. Johnson ended up underneath of him, got bumped down to the apron, but quickly recovers. Take a look at this, looking at Jacob Morgan. Oh, he may have gotten a tap from Ryan. Great save by all the drivers on that one. Top 5 single file, but Pieper looks low again. Richard Cragen, Clay Kirchner, Pudge now battle it out. Pudge looks underneath Clay out of 4. Pieper still trying to make something happen on the bottom. And the door shuts on Dahlberg coming out of 2. Pieper now starting to look underneath Bowdnot for 3rd. Dahlberg and Cragen were leaning on each other through 3 and 4. Edmund Jones back behind in 11th. Cragen is off track. Taking a look at Cragen. Oh, he gets a bump, a big bump from the 36. Gets down to the apron but keeps his foot in it. Gets back up on track. And the battle for the lead, Merritt has been lurking, hasn't been able to get there. Now he has a run underneath Kirk. Holy cow, they touch. Merritt gets sideways, holds on to it, and might have it. Pieper finally gets his way up to third and now closes back up on the lead battle. Bowdnot, Dahlberg, and Kirchenbauer right there. Pudge not far behind. Edmund Jones now up to 9th. Swafford in 10th. Nicholas Johnson, the biggest mover so far, up 10 spots into 12th. Merritt still battling with Marble. Hasn't been able to clear him. Now Pieper and Bowdnot battling back behind for third, and they have Dahlberg and Kirchenbauer right there. Pudge moving up in 7th. William Mann Jr. now up to 8th. Edmund in 9th, and Swolski now into 10th. Pieper finally gets ahead of Bowdnot, but man, that was close. And now Dahlberg starts to look back underneath Bowdnot. Justin Swafford, Brian Hewitt, Nicholas Johnson closing back up on that lead pack. Nicholas Johnson now looking to the high side. Now he drops to the bottom and has a run on Hewitt. Storkson and McDaniel closing in as well. Holy cow. Hewitt and Johnson just banging off each other through 3 and 4. Inches apart in 1 and 2 now. Kirk Marble up ahead for the moment. Tyler Merritt trying to move back up, but that high line seems to have all the momentum at the moment. Pudge starting to look low as well, right behind Dahlberg. Pieper looks low. Is he going to make it 3 wide? No, he doesn't. Justin Swafford now coming by William Mann Jr. Nicholas Johnson up to a low. Close call out of 4. Johnson has to roll out of it. William Mann Jr. holds on to 10th. But Nicholas Johnson and Brian Hewitt are right there. Richard Craig and Ryan McDaniel still making their way forward. Eric W. and Bob Ross right behind. Kirk Marble still out ahead. Pieper right on his bumper. Now Pieper may have the run. Can't quite get around Merritt. Couldn't get up the middle. They may clear Tyler Merritt this time as Clay is looking underneath Merritt as well. Merritt slides back into third. Here comes Pudge with a run. Pudge tries to get under Bowdnot, but Dahlberg sees the opening. Oh, whoa! Dahlberg sees the opening on the high side, tries to take advantage. Great save by Pudge. Some close racing. Marble continues to lead. Pieper starts looking low. Merritt still lurks in third. Kirchenbauer in fourth. Bowdnot in fifth. Nicholas Johnson is cracked. Oh! Nicholas Johnson cracked into the top 10. Got a little bit of a love tap in four from William Mann Jr. Great save by Nicholas Johnson. Didn't mean to hit the fast forward button, but here we go. The battle between William Mann Jr. Nicholas Johnson. Nicholas sends it deep into three. Slides up, barely clear. Junior gets into his bumper, but they both save it. Great driving by both of them. Hey, good evening, Mark. Kirk Marble still out front. Pieper, Merritt, Kirchenbauer, Bowdnot, your top five. Man, they are all cutting it so close to the wall. Let's take a ride with Pudge through 1 and 2. Out of turn 2, down the back straightaway, into turn 3, and watch how close these guys are getting to that wall out of 4. I think I saw sparks off one of the cars. They are kissing the safer barrier. Dahlberg trying to make an attack on Bowdnot. Clay looking low underneath Pieper. Merritt still able to hold some space on the high line. Now Pieper looks under Kirk Marble for the lead. Pieper had the nose ahead, but Marble has the advantage on momentum on corner exit. Pieper looks back underneath as the top four all do battle. Bowdenot, Dahlberg, and Pudge still lurking. Edmund Jones has now made his way up into 8. Nicholas Johnson up 13 spots into 9th. And Tyler Merritt on the high side on Pieper. Merritt has the nose ahead for second place. And Merritt pulls ahead back into second as Kirchenbauer drops to the bottom, trying to take third. While they battle back behind, Kirk Marble out front can conserve the car just a little bit. But can he save enough to pull off the win? Steven Johnson has gone to pit road. I don't believe they needed fuel here tonight. Dahlberg goes to the bottom. They were 3 wide for a moment. Oh, holy cow, Clay and Dahlberg, some contact. Clay has the run to take caution. Caution is out. With 9 laps to go. Tyler Merritt coming through 3 and 4, I believe. This was... Holy cow, what a hit. You know he was pushing it to the limit. Something went horribly wrong, and a hard hit to that infield wall. The engine let go. Several cars going into pit road, even a few in the top 10. The top 8 cars all stayed out, all the way back to Brian Hewitt. Jacob Morgan also staying out, picks up a bunch of spots. They will restart with just over 5 to go. I am not sure what Jacob was trying to do there. Kirk Marble still has the lead. Pieper in second. Corey Bowdenot in third. Clay in fourth. And Jaden Dahlberg in fifth. Pujanowski, Justin Swafford, Brian Hewitt, Jacob Morgan, and Edmund Jones, the top 10. Edmund Jones was the first car to pit road, took tires, and only lost one position. If he pulls at least to 9th place, if he gets past Jacob Morgan, that will not have been a loss. You have to wonder about a tire change when they've got, and they're going to restart with 4 laps to go. Will those fresh tires make a difference? They will restart with 4 laps to go at Iowa. The top 9 still on their original tires. Everybody else has at least 2 fresh ones. Pace car is in. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. 4 to go at Iowa. Kirk nails the restart. But whoa, he's way up the track. Kirk Marble looks like he got the wall. Corey Bowdnot now has the lead, but Pieper and Dahlberg right behind. Here comes Swafford, here comes Clay, here comes Pudge. Oh, we've got one around. Morgan's around. Edmonds around. Tyler on. Caution. We'll get a green-white checkered. Man, they were battling. It was bound to happen the way these guys have been going at it. 3 wide, out of turn 2, Edmund up top. Looks like Edmund got loose, came down. Ryan McDaniel up ahead. Oh, Ryan was back. Ryan just had nowhere to go. Eric W. on the bottom of that incident. And let's take a look what happened up here with Jacob Morgan. Holy cow. That's where it all went wrong. And now the green-white checkered. Tyler Ott, Jaden Dahlberg, both having to tow to pit road. Dahlberg had been up there fighting in the top 5 all night long, a heartbreak for him. Corey Bowdnot, Patrick Pieper, Justin Swafford, Clay Kirchenbauer, and Pudge, your top 5. Ryan Hewitt, Richard Cragen, Nicholas Johnson, William Mann Jr., and Kenny Storkson rounding out the top 10. Gonna try and see what happened to Kirk Marble on the restart. Pace car drops in. He fires in the restart zone. Heads off into 1 and 2. Bowdenot shoots. Something went horribly wrong. His car did not have any speed. Cody, I have no earthly idea. So, a green-white checkered finish. The top 6 still on their original tires. Cody, you may be right. It could have been the right front, just didn't want to turn. The other possibility could be a technical failure. Lights are out on the pace car as we get ready for the green-white checkered here at Iowa. Anybody want to make a guess at this one? I will pass that along, Cody. Here we go. Pace car is in. Bowdenot in control. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away. Bo Pieper comes down, almost gets him. They are 3 and 4. Holy cow. Pudge got a bump out of shape. William Mann Jr. underneath. Pudge is around. And the caution is back out. And they get another green-white checkered. Let's see if we can see what happened. William Mann Jr. down underneath. Pudge moved up and looked like he came back down. Holy cow. Pudge was definitely trying to save that one. He goes for a spin. Several cars look like Storkson involved. Jacob Morgan involved. Oh, Jacob almost cleared it, but when he comes back up, he gets into Kirk and several others. Wow. So Corey Bowdenot, Justin Swafford, Patrick Pieper, Richard Cragen, and Clay Kirchenbauer, the top 5. William Mann Jr., Brian Hewitt, Nicholas Johnson, Edmund Jones, and Jade Brulliet, the top 10. Nicholas Johnson, the biggest mover of the night. He is up 14 spots into 8th. That car does not look like it's been in a race. That car looks like it has been in a battle. but he has kept it going out on track. William Mann Jr.'s first time back in a street stock in quite some time, up 7 spots into 6th. Kenny Storkson, unfortunately, on pit road, chugging beers. And Kenny not happy. No, Kenny's still out on track. Better hold off on the beers, buddy. But he got caught up in that. Fortunately, saved it from hitting the wall. And again, don't forget to come back tomorrow night at 7 Eastern for Home Motorsports, immediately followed by the Community Convoy. All you truckers on ATS, join us for the fun. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and the YouTube. If you're like Kenny Storkson and frustrated, you can go to our YouTube channel, watch several of the trucking shorts that are out there, and get a good chuckle. The lights are out. They stack back up for the restart. I do believe this will be the final green-white checkered. Will they make it to the checkered, or will we see another caution? Pace car is in. Bowdenot in control. Green flag is in the air. Oh my! Swafford and Storkson get together. Caution is back out. Hey, Envy into the second race, and holy crap, what an ending. As it looks like Patrick Pieper will come home with the win. White flag is in the air. One more time around for Pieper, the only driver out here tonight, the only driver I have ever broadcast in a Volvo. William Mann Jr. back in a street stock, coming home in second. Clay Kirchenbauer in third. But out of turn 4, Patrick Pieper will get it done. He goes to victory lane in a Volvo. Let's take a quick look at that restart. There's Bowdenot on the bottom, Swafford up top. They were banging doors coming to the green. Bowdenot comes up a little. And a hard break for both drivers. Let's talk to our top 3, starting with Clay. Clay, you keep Team Kirchenbauer in the points. Come home with a podium.
Yeah, I'll take it. I felt like I was everybody else's pinball all night, which, yeah, you'll have that sometimes. I felt like I was a lot better than third. I felt like I was good enough to win there. I just Pat missed a shift in front of me. Got run into the wall by the 6 car. I was just trying to stay out of trouble, and I just couldn't. And so I'll take a third because I felt like, I guess it's a good night when you're disappointed in third.
Well, it definitely is, man. I know we're going to see you back in victory lane soon, but a great job, and you keep Indy's points lead alive.
Yeah, that's all I'm here for is to help him out. So he's got both races next week for the finale, so I'm glad I could do my part here tonight.
Great job, buddy. Congrats.
Appreciate it. See ya.
Clay Kirchenbauer comes home in third, and in his C12 Motorsports debut, William Mann Jr. comes home in second.
It's like I don't know if it was a net code or what.
Hey,
how's it going?
Hey, buddy, congrats. I had to stop you before you said something where you had to bleep. Man, your C12 Motorsports debut, you come home with a podium. Great job.
Yeah, man, I reached a point where I was like, I qualify like crap. I got a choice of just cruising for a while. We're going to throw these things over my shoulder and let it eat. So, out the get-go, I was trying to get to at least towards the top 10. So that way I could make a decision on the pit strategy. Then the cost came out. Came back out after the top 10 didn't pit. I freaking took on 4 tires, and I was like, all right, we're going to have to send it now. And we got lucky and avoided a lot of that shit. A lot of the stuff.
Well,
almost picked up a win there, but got cut short.
Oh, man, it was definitely an exciting night for you, but great job, buddy, and great to see you back out there.
Hey, man, I appreciate you. It's been a while, man. How crazy would that have been if I had picked up a W on the first night back with How to Suck?
Man, that would have been awesome, but I'm still happy for you to come home in second.
Hey, man, it's a good group of guys. There's a little bit of drama tonight. Overall, a pretty good group of guys. We just gotta, everybody just take a deep breath. It's a freaking short track. It's gonna get ugly no matter what, you know?
It definitely is, man. Great job, buddy.
Appreciate you.
And finally, our winner, Patrick. I have to say this is the first time I've ever talked to a winner who drove a Volvo to victory lane.
I think I am very proud to put Volvo in victory lane for the very first time on an oval race. I could be wrong. Maybe someone out there did, but typically, they're a road race car. But the Volvo did pretty good tonight. Yeah, no, that was an interesting race. It was really close up there at the front. And I mean, that last restart, I had Corey telling me to push him, and I didn't really push him. I don't remember getting any contact with him. But him and Swapper got together, and that put me in the catbird seat there. But I mean, there's some stuff that needs as an admin of the league. There's some stuff that needs to go over that race, including some stuff involving myself up at the front. I know, I think it was Jaden. I know that there was a little bit of a chain reaction. I might have got into Jaden coming into a corner. I know that caused one of the yellows, so I want other guys to look at that aside from myself, just to be fair. But no, I mean, that was a fun race. It was a really tight group up there at the front, and it was, for a while there, it was really clean.
Well, man, it was a great race. Very exciting in the last half, and a great job. Great win, man.
All right, thanks a lot, Doug. Go Volvo.
And go Volvo. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, this race will be on YouTube here in just a little bit. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow night at 7 Eastern for Home Motorsports. And don't forget to join us for the community convoy tomorrow night. Hope everybody has a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.